Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. Have you ever looked back on something that hurt you deeply and wondered what it meant? Not just what it did to you, but what it might have planted within you. Today I want to walk with you into the heart of something that many of us resist. The idea that pain, real pain, might have carried a hidden gift. Not in a dismissive, everything happens for a reason kind of way, but in a sacred, soul-deep kind of way. The kind of reframe that doesn't deny your hurt, but invites you to ask, what if that was the seed of something holy? Let's sit with that. Most of us inherited stories about what pain means. You're broken now. You should have known better. That was proof you are not enough. Or, it's your fault you trusted them. You'll never be the same. These stories are like splinters beneath our skin. They fester. They shape our identities. They whisper at the edges of our worth. But they are not the only stories available to us. And they were never the final word. You have the power to revisit those moments. Not to relive them, but to reclaim them. To speak a new truth over them. To ask, what else was true? What else is still true? What if? You know, that heartbreak you thought would destroy you was the very thing that cracked open your empathy. What if that was the case? What if that betrayal that made you question everything is the reason you now see through lies and protect others? That childhood wound that made you feel small? Well, it also taught you how to notice the hurt in someone else's eyes. That moment of being silenced, it gave you a voice that now speaks truth with fierce, quiet strength. Guys, there are seeds planted in pain that do not bloom in the moment, but they grow. They reach toward the light of who you have become. And sometimes what looks like a wound was actually a sacred initiation. Here's how you begin rewriting the story. You name the hurt honestly. Don't sugarcoat it and don't rush to meaning. Let it be what it was. That's the only way to honor your truth. Ask a new question. Not why did this happen to me, but what has grown because of it? Or what thread of love survived it? You'll be surprised. Find the sacred survival. What did you protect? What did you keep alive in yourself? That strength matters too. Choose a new lens. What if you were never broken, but broken open? What if the cracks where the light was always... What if the cracks were where the light was always meant to get in? Speak your new story aloud, to a friend, to a journal, to a mirror. Say, this happened and this is what I've made of it. And then say, that makes me sacred too. We live in a culture obsessed with getting over it. But healing isn't about forgetting. It's about integrating. It's about honoring the hurt and still choosing to become more loving because of it. You're not soft for seeking meaning. You're not weak for revisiting old wounds. You are brave for returning with open eyes and asking, is there something holy here that I've missed? That's the sacred reframe. That's the quiet miracle. And that's the alchemy of love. If today's episode stirred something in you at all, let it ripple. Let it invite you into a gentler relationship with your past. Let it open a door you closed long ago, just enough for grace to slip in. And remember, you don't have to be grateful for what hurt you, but you can be proud of what you did with it. You can reclaim the narrative. You can make it sacred. You can choose love again and again, even where pain once lived. Because guys, the story isn't over. You are still writing it every day. And the pen, well, it's in your hands. I love you guys very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on. Later, Gators. Bye-bye.